today. Thanks, Robin. Robin, you are like literally the sweetest person I know. You always say hello and make sure I know what you're doing, and I appreciate it. Baby's just going to sit here today because I'm working. I know, why am I working? Tell me why I'm working. But it's one of those things where I can't let my customers down. And some of them have paid like express post, and I'm just like, I need to think about them. So I'm sort of getting on to that. And yeah, I'm a good person. I'll just go with that. So I'm just what I'm doing at the moment is order like that, putting their little business card on with their discount code for their next order and booking it in. And hopefully after this live stream, I'll be able to sort of pack them and get them off today for them. Normally I would wait till Monday. My main postage is on Monday, especially from a Thursday, but a couple of these are Wednesday orders. I got held up yesterday with class, so yes, I'm trying to get them done today for them. Sonia, good morning. I am good, thanks. How are you? Elaine says good morning. How are you, Elaine? Angela's here. I want you to be here. Deb says hi. Sonia says good morning, Angela, and Angela said good morning, Sonia. So, oh no, that is not Layla's number. Just when I hear that, makes me want to go, Layla, you got me on my knees, like that, you know. Oh, Layla, that was your first order. You know, lately I've been getting a lot of first orders, which is obviously really, really important. It means the community is growing, and you know, it also means that they've chosen me to be one of their first orders. I mean, of course, I don't know where they've ordered before or if they've ordered, but it's always really good. And then especially when it's like this one where they've ordered a kit and you're like, okay, oh, they've also ordered paint, so that means like they're really new and they're really wanting to get into it. So that's really cool. Matthew's here, he's watching from bed. I hope you're doing okay. Angela says good morning, Annette. Good song. It is a good song, isn't it? Oh, isn't that Eric Clapton? I'm sure it is, but could be wrong. No, I don't want to press that. So today I'm going to show you, like I said last week, we were going to talk about one of those products that I have here that I'm going to showcase to you guys, because many of you guys may not have seen how they work in that. So I've got one ready to show you. Very excited by that. Now this one is going to be, it's got a kit in it, it's got some paints, it's got a body, it's got 3 kilo premium. Ooh, that's a big bag. That's like a large size satchel. I'll book it in for large, and
have a look at this.
Hold off and make sure it's in the hold off pile, because I need to make something for it. You're good, Elaine, that's good. And Deb says morning, Angela. I've got my Labubu Pikachu Labubu cup here today with my morning breakfast in it. I've got a beautiful friend who makes these. Her daughter makes them, and this is glass, and it's got a handle, and it's just all and Pepsi Max never tasted so good in it. So love this. I was gifted it, and I'm just really wrapped by it. So that's my excitement. Helen's here. She said, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Helen. It is so nice to hear from you. Oh, I didn't press the go button. So yeah, it'll be good to showcase. I'm going to showcase the Pillow Baby Talker to you today, but I'm going to wait like probably another 5 minutes just for some stragglers, you know. But we've had a good week. We've had a busy week. I could have done more. Could have done more. Seems like everyone must be getting their taxes back, which is always a good thing, isn't it? And that's because I've made a few better sales, but people are really interested in babies. Oh, this one here is a heat lamp, and it is going to Germany. Express post. So they're keen. they're absolutely keen. But it is their first order too, so I have to make a good impression. Oh, Will said good morning too. Good morning, Will. Matthew said, do you eat breakfast, Annette? Nah, I don't eat breakfast. Angela says, hi Helen and Will. Actually, I do have breakfast. Here's my breakfast. I don't have Pepsi Max for breakfast every morning. I normally have it on a Thursday when I've got class. And lately I've been sneaking in the Friday mornings with you again. That's probably like not a good idea. It's probably bad. But, you know, I like a drink with friends around. Sorry that I'm looking here, but as we know, Ilona is made her first order from Germany, and I don't want to get it wrong. So I've got to make sure everything is precise here. I do. Ooh, what did I do that for? That's an eBay order. I can just go straight, like I can go back. Yep, you probably don't even know what I'm talking about. But when I get eBay orders, I can import those eBay orders directly to my Australia Post business page, and then then all the details are already in place there. I don't have to worry about it. All I have to do is enter in the weights and we're good to go. And that one will be a later one that I'll book in as well, because I don't know the weight. So I'm just going to put a mock weight in for a moment, and then I'm going to chat to you more clearly. Okay, guys? So just let me do this. It's a lamp. Can I just say it's a lamp? All these tariff things when you get on Australia Post, it's really annoying. So if I put in LED lamp, with this isn't an LED lamp, it just talks about restrictions and dangerous goods and Scheisenhauer like that. And it's really annoying because you're like, well, there's no dangerous goods in this lamp, and it's wrapped well. And yeah, the last thing I sent out that said it had, sorry, I'm just quickly putting this in, that said it had tariff restrictions. I sent it out, you wouldn't believe it, I sent it out 4 times and it was going to New Zealand. The 4th time when it come back, I thought, this is ridiculous. This is something I send all the time, everywhere. And the 4th time it came back, when I sent it out via Australia Post again, I had to call it something else that didn't have a restriction. They were acrylic paints. So when I sent it out on the 4th time or the 5th time, I had to pay each time, by the way. When I sent it out on that 5th time, I called it scrapbooking supplies, which didn't have any restrictions, and it went there, no problems. So it's just so annoying. Tariffs aren't just annoying for the extra money that countries have to pay and everything on things. They're annoying for Australia Post to explain things, and you've got to try to explain it as something that doesn't have a tariff. Because if it has a restriction on, which I have discovered nearly everything has restrictions on, then you're likely to have it flagged, caught, and sent back to you. And then you've got to send it again. So I'm not even joking. It is ridiculous, and it's very upsetting. Betty's here. She says, hello, beautiful lady. This is Betty from Canada. Hi, Betty. She said, I'm a Reborn doll artist, and I have a question for you. I love questions. I put some bubbles in a reborn baby's mouth. Do I have to let them dry before I bake the baby? Yes, I would. Normally if I did, I don't know what situation you're exactly in at the moment, but normally if I do bubbies, I normally do them when everything is painted and it's all done. And then I don't know what bubbles you're using or whatever, but most of the bubbles I've ever used are air dry. So you just need to let them dry. But yeah, let them dry. Definitely let them dry before you bake it, I would say. definitely. Kate says good morning. Good morning, Kate. Angela says morning, Kate. Look up here. Gigi says good morning, everyone. Angela says morning, Deb. Angela says morning, Gigi. Deb says good morning, Gigi. And Matthew says good morning. So I think we're pretty good now. I'm going to put Matilda back down and I'm going to talk. Why does she look so cross-eyed today? It's the light. It's the light. And her eyelashes. I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, you just sit there. You must be half asleep. While everyone's here and I've got a nice little community here. Sonia says good morning, Gigi. And Kate says good morning, Angela. We're going to talk about, showcase this product today. And now this is a pillow baby talker. So I've only got one of these in stock at the moment, but of course I can get more in at any time. They are around $80, including postage. Now I really like this one. I don't have this listed on my website though, so if you really, really want it, you're going to have to say, Annette, can you bloody list it today so I can buy it? So this here, you get it in your little container. This is a charger for your USB. This is the battery, which you will charge. This is a remote control. Betty says, hello dear, I saw you use the bubbles before and I brought the product from you. Does it dry like a hard substance? God bless you. Okay, the one from me is just an air dry one and it does dry hard. It is a gentle product, so if you were to probably handle it too much, the bubble could collapse, because as you can imagine, the bubble is a very fine, very, very fine. Sometimes people will do the bubbles and then let it dry, make sure it's really, really dry, and then maybe put another film over the top of it, even trying to do some more bubbles on top of it. It's a really delicate thing. But yeah, maybe putting something over the top of it may strengthen it up a bit. But in saying that, it can be really delicate. But I have had one before that I did for myself that it lasted years. I had the baby. It was my own baby. I had it for about 4 or 5 years. And the bubble didn't break or pop or anything. The only thing is that over time, sometimes it can get a bit dusty. So you've got to gently clean it with like a little cotton tip around it to keep it sort of dust free. But it never collapsed or anything. So, but you will get some that will collapse. It's one of those things like a needle. Many needles break, many bubbles pop. But yeah, generally once it's set, it's pretty good. Helen says, good morning, Gigi, Debs, Matthew, Kate, Sonia, Betty, Annette. Can you bloody list it today? Oh, okay. Yes, sure, I can. I love that. I love that. Sonia says, hello and good morning, Helen. Betty says, this is the Gretchen sculpt with the mouth wet up. Oh, nice. Nice. I can imagine why you're doing that. Okay, this one here, guys, is for Helen. But if anyone wants one, please let me know, because I'm actually putting an order in at the moment. Actually, I probably should add a couple of these to the order. But one thing I love about this, you get instructions of how to use it and everything, but you really don't need instructions. It talks about the sounds it makes and everything. But anyway, back to it. Yep, so you get the little case so you can put it away if you want. But once you start using it, you won't need to. So this little pillow talker or baby talker, it's called a pillow talker because that's just it. You can put it in a pillow. I think it is perfect in your baby bassinet, but even more so in a pram. And why it's so good is because all of the other ones you have to put in the baby's body. So you have to make incisions into the cloth on the baby's body, and you have to, it's like putting a port in it, and then the unit would go in the baby. This sort of thing sort of pops like out the port, and then you can use it attaches to the battery, then attaches to the port. This battery would go into the nappy, and then you unplug it to charge it. No, the charger's in the... Anyway, I'll be showing that next week, so you'll understand the next one next week. But yes, I think these are great in prams. The remote control, obviously, once you get to know which sound is which number, is really great. I'm going to open this all up. When you get the battery, it'll come with this little thing there. So you can just pull that out so it actually works. I'll keep that because actually I'll put it back in. But yes, it's great because you do not have to affect any babies, and then you can use it on all your babies. So let's say, for instance, you put one of the baby talkers in Matilda, for instance, then it's always in Matilda. But then what if I want Mateo to be the talker? Well, I would have to buy another one for Mateo. This one can be used as an all-rounder. It can be used for all your babies, and you don't have to worry about, doing that. And the baby talkers are, I think, in the like 150 range or something. I'm not sure. I'd have to get the price on that. So I'm going to put this in. It's going to start talking automatically. Just goes on. You can see there's a blue light in there. Now, you won't really hear it at the moment. I'm just going to turn this remote on. And then turn the volume up. Okay, that's as loud as it goes. So that's number 9. That's a sleeping, snoring sound. Can everyone hear that? Confirm you can hear that. Great. Kate said, I love doing my Grouchin, and I cannot wait to get one. I definitely will be getting one for sure. Okay, I'll make sure I put a couple more on my order. Okay, so that is number 9. That's a sleeping, snoring sound. On this remote control, obviously you've got the volume up and down. The sleeping, snoring sound, obviously in a outdoor environment, I don't think you'd hear it really well. But for your own pleasantries at home, it would be nice. You know, I've just put the baby to bed and, you know, that kind of thing. It's kind of cute. Sounds like it's got a bit of a blocked nose. It does, doesn't it? And it probably does, because you know how many times babies get that little congestion. So that's quite normal. There is a button on here where you can just... Well, let me just read it to you. There's power on and off. There's play, pause, which is really good because you can pause it if you want to. Equalize the sound change. So then you've got previous, next mode, so you can go to the next one without actually pressing the number. Volume up and down, mood repeater, and auto mode. So if you just want to repeat one sound. Okay, so number 1 is the babbling and sneeze. So that's cute, isn't it? That's just so cute. Doesn't that make you smile, guys? So that goes on. So, and number 2 is happy, yells, and laughing. Oh, very noisy baby. Oh, that was the sneeze. I hope you heard that. So that's the happy, yells, and laughing. Right? Yeah. I think this baby definitely has a little bit of congestion. So number 3 is crying and screaming. Sorry. Oh, we've been on that time, did we? So the next one is feeding and hiccups. Sorry, I don't know how quickly it actually picks up. The next one is playing and blowing bubbles. I don't know. There we go. I don't know if I clicked twice. That could be the yelling, angry, sad. Oh, the next one, hang on, let's see. It sounds a bit angry, doesn't it? That one is definitely the pushing, pooping sound. And then we've got a cooing, grizzling, tired. Are we still pooping? Could be still pooping. There. Okay, this is the cooing, grizzling, tired. Helen says, I still have the one I brought from Shell Bell, but it's just too big. I don't want to put it in my doll and ruin my baby. Yep. So this would be perfect. Just put it in the pillow. Yes. No, you don't need no app for this. It's all just in here. That's it. It's so cute. And then we should be able to turn it off. I think. This baby's really tired. There we go. There we go. Oh no, I've just turned it back on. There we go. So I've turned it off. Yeah, so the good thing about it is rechargeable. Never have to buy batteries. And it's all just within this unit. Nice and small. So of course, really, really thin. So if you put it just under a blanket on your pram or under a blanket on your bassinet or whatever. Yes, perfect for silicone too. So they're really, really good. No app needed, and the batteries last forever. It's just a USB. So literally that plugs in there and it's just USB. They do sell these, but the amount of time you use them, you really don't need them. Everything slots really nicely into the case. So yes. this little thing back in here. So yes, it's quite nice. And like I said, you know, the best thing about these ones are that you don't have to put them in a baby. And of course, with the silicone, you can't put them in anywhere. You couldn't put it in unless you have a cloth body. You couldn't put it in. Everything slots back in here nicely. So in case you did want to travel with it somewhere or just put it away. And there we go. All done. All done. So that's cool, hey? Cool. Let me know too, you know, not trying to make you buy more, but if you think you might be interested in any of the other ones, there's the breathing devices and the other baby talkers. But let me know. I could just put that aside for you for the time being, but it doesn't cost you any more money if you got one of the others in weeks to come anyway. It's no extra for postage or anything like that. So yeah, that's that one. So yeah, I think it's really exciting. Oh, Mateo has got hair on his face for some reason. Come here. Come here, little babies. So you'll see this week, they are very interesting, that I'm back in my workroom again. But like I said, it's because I'm sort of packing some orders this morning. And it's just convenient. It's very convenient at the moment. And my room upstairs still has not been touched. So I need more time in a day, basically. But yes, I plan to have some more of those. Like I said, you guys will be the only ones I'll showcase to at the moment. And then I'm going to be taking some to the expo and that, so people can have a look at them there. I'll have them running so people can hear them, and yes, that's all a go. You'll see some babies everywhere. Is there babies? Oh, I just had class yesterday. New students coming into class. Oh, I wanted to show you guys the baby for the expo. Mind me standing up and just seeing my legs, because that's what I'm going to do. I've put it away. So I had the baby ready a few weeks back, but I wasn't really happy with the level of blushing that I'd put on it, and I just kept sort of focusing on it, and I was really, you know, I wasn't happy with the amount I'd done. So I spoke to Angela yesterday and I was like, please let me know what I should do. Should I keep going? Should I put some more blushing on it? And she says yes. So I did some more blushing on her yesterday. She's really, really cute. She's just got painted hair. You can just see there, it's just lightly painted. Thank you, Gigi. No, I'm not reading a story. I'll show you something though, but I'm not reading a story because I didn't bring it down. Gigi said beautiful, thank you. Sonia said, very cute. Sorry I didn't put my sound off on my notifications, so you will get that laboo sound coming through. Deb says it's Kevin's birthday today. Or happy birthday to Kevin. Kate said she's adorable and she is cute. Helen said, so yes, I did some extra blushing. You can see on the hands there. I needed to do it on the feet, and then I thought I would wrap her up like a donut. And yeah, so I'm really happy with her now. She can go off. I've just got to finish, like, cellophane this up and everything. She is the Hattie kit by Cassie Peak, which is Cassie Brace as well. Well, I think she got married and the name changed and all that sort of thing. So yes, all ready to go, and I just, like I said, have to wrap it in cellophane and then take it to Sydney in, like, what is it now? It's almost 6 weeks, is it? That's coming really, really quick. I'm not prepared. not prepared as much as I'd like to be. I keep thinking of different things I want to do, and it runs away with me, so to speak. I'm actually at the moment in the process of creating some mystery bags. Mystery bags are pretty much a big thing when it comes to, you know, anything these days, it seems. So I decided to make a few mystery bags. Now the mystery bags will just literally be my little satchels, and I'll depending on how many I get to make, I'll be trying to make, like, say, a small mystery bag which will have like 3 baby items in, a medium mystery bag which will have like 5, and then a large which might have 8, depending on what I can get in that time. So basically a mystery bag, like let's say if you bought a small mystery bag, it would more than like it'll be only baby items. So a small mystery bag might have a toy, a baby outfit, and some other product, maybe some shoes or booties or a headband or something. It'll say on the edge of the mystery bag if it's for a girl, boy, or unisex, and it'll say size as well. And then you just buy it. You don't know what's going to be in it. You open it up and it's a mystery. I get a lot of products that are really, really good quality. That'll all be sort of pre-loved mystery bags. But for instance, most of the things I buy are pre-loved. And I don't think I've got anything right here right now. But I get a lot of really good quality items. Like this one here. I don't know if it's got its tag on it. No, it doesn't actually say. But a lot of the toys I get are like, they're like little name brand toys where if you go to a baby shop and you see it, it'll be in there for like 30 or 40 bucks, right? And I get it, you know, really cheap because I get it pre-loved. And therefore I'm able to make these really good quality mystery bags. So that is my plan for any of the shows that are coming up, to make more mystery bags because they're fun. The people will be getting quality items. It's not going to be like I'm going to fill the mystery bag full of Temu items. They'll be quality products, pre-loved, yes, but they might be like, say, the baby outfits might be like pumpkin patch, or they might just be something like this, which is just absolutely stunning. You know what I mean? So that's my little plan. But as Angela knows, my mind is always cranking over on new plans. And I often put myself into meltdown because of my plans. But not a bad meltdown. Not like I'm, you know, gonna, commit myself to the psych ward or anything. Just like I get disappointed. That kind of meltdown. But yes, that's all the plan at the moment. Mama says, hello all. I finally got a chance to watch you live. Hi, live. How are you? I haven't seen you in ages. Angela says, hi, Mama. And Mama says hi to Angela. So yes, the mystery bags, I'm getting onto that. I've got obviously all my products still to, sorry about the notification, still to keep packing and getting ready, and pricing. I feel I don't often have prices on all my things. Sometimes I have barcodes on and things like that. But I feel because it's going to be so busy that I really, really have to get to pricing things. And with such a small amount of time left, I don't know. It's going to come so quickly. It's going to come so quickly. So yes. Matilda, say hello to everyone. She's been so cute hanging around me, mucking around this week while I get everything ready. Mama says, if anyone has a blank Bronwyn Vampling vampire for sale, please let me know. I'm in the market for one. Okay, no worries. Everyone who heard that and everyone who watches this later, if you do, you can always, let me know and I can pass it on. Sonia says, hello, Matilda, darling. Thank you. Helen says, hello, Matilda. I haven't had much time with them this week. I just haven't. and it drives me insane sometimes, but that's life, isn't it? Helen and Will, are you still going to Sydney? Still going? The light isn't good here for you babies, is it? That's all right. Kate says, I have a few budget bubs for the expo. I was going to message you on your advice about price. I'll message the girl I brought Limerus from and see if she still has Vampling. Okay, that's good. Thank you for helping, Kate. And yeah, message me. Deb says hi, Matilda, and Deb also says hi, Mateo. Yes, he is here too. Helen says, yes, I'm thinking about having a table. Oh, that's exciting. Yeah. It is an exciting time. It really is. I mean, it doesn't matter on the doll show. Just being at doll shows are fun. They are so fun, and being around, the like-minded people and everything, it's just always so cool. I love the whole feeling of it all. So I'm really looking forward to it. Moving forward, I cannot wait. Mama says, any thoughts on painting a new baby for the traveling baby? Thanks so much. Any information on the kit will be appreciated. No, unfortunately, Mama, no. I probably won't do the traveling baby again. I don't get as many viewers as I used to get. And that's not a problem. I still love doing this every week, and I still love coming here for the people that come. But it's a big job. And I think in these day and times, it's a bit of a thankless job. When I did it for these two babies, I had so much connection with everyone who was involved. And there was a lot of thanks involved. But with, new platforms and it would be really challenging, new platforms, and obviously there's many people who are into the reborning industry now, and many people doing TikTok and YouTube and reels and all that sort of stuff. It just tends to, I'm not like what I used to be. I used to be a little bit more popular, and I was more of a one-of-a-kind person. There wasn't a lot of people doing it. Now there's so many people doing it that I feel like it would just be very unnoticed. And so, yeah, it's a very big job to do, a lot of money to pay to do something like that, where you're sort of not getting that thanks in return, if you could know what I mean. I do still have the babies put aside that I was going to make for their sibling. And yeah, that might happen one day, but not necessarily to go around the world again. Helen says, can't wait to catch up with everyone. Oh, definitely. And Mama says, yeah, I understand that. It's not safe as it used to be. Yeah, that as well. I mean, to get Mateo back, he cost me a small fortune. It was really, really bad. I had to leave him where he was, which was in the UK, for an extended amount of time, because to get him back, it was something like $400. And even then, I had to leave most of his stuff where he was, because it was ridiculous. I was just like, at the time, I just said, look, I don't care about anything he owns, just send him back. But it was working out to be just as expensive. It was just crazy. And, with things like that are going on these days with international tariffs and wars, and, I'm unlikely to get them back. I was probably lucky to get these two back. So yeah, it would probably not be something I would do again, unfortunately. Unfortunate though, as it was fun, and I had such a connection, and I still have a connection, with all those people that were involved, But yeah, times change. And yeah, at least I've still got them. They're the it babies for me. I've got lots of babies, but these are the ones that are very active with me. So that's really, really cool. So today, I told you guys last week we moved Amy and the boys to their new home last weekend. So this weekend we're preparing to move Tiana, and next Wednesday we actually move Tiana. We get the truck that day and do the big move with her. So it's kind of another sort of a little bit sad weekend, but so Tiana's coming out to lunch with us today, and we're going to a place called, I think it's called Creative Creations. No, yes, I think it's something like that, and it's a dessert. It's a dessert place, so you'll go there and you'll pay like $25 for a dessert, which is your lunch. So this will be interesting. Cruz will be wrapped. He'll be so excited. He'll get chocolate and ice cream and waffles and all that kind of stuff. So I really wanted to do that before Tiana moves. Now Tiana's not moving too far away, and she still probably will come up every now and again on a Friday, probably every second week, maybe even every week, who knows. But because it's her last official day, Friday in Ipswich, I thought we would do something that she really wanted to do. So that's what we plan to do today. Get our dessert on, so to speak. I do love a bit of good Nutella, hot Nutella, and hazelnut crunch. So I don't know what I'm going to have, but I'm sure it's going to be pretty good. Angela says we have one of those opening in Victoria Point. Yum. I mean, I'm a real savoury person, so honestly I'm like, ooh, I can't get past the savoury that I love. But like I said, it's one of those things that we're doing for Tiana, and because of that, I'm in. I'm all in. And you know, they have all those like little desserts, like, you know, profiteroles, and what are those little pancakes called? Pofferets or something like that. All those kind of things and that. So it'll still be good. So I'm looking forward to it. Mama said that it's so sad it has come to what it is today. The shipping issue is so unnecessary, isn't it? Being over the road truck driver, it doesn't cost all that to ship from place to place. Exactly. And you know what? My shipping, like for instance, earlier I was talking about a lamp that I have to send to Germany. Now I've got to get the exact weights and everything on it, but it'll be going express post to Germany, and it's going to cost about $30 or $35 express post to Germany. Now I think that's really quite affordable, really, if you want a few things, you know, from me. I mean, sometimes the platforms overcharge, and I have to do, I'm going to put the babies over here for a minute, and I have to do minor refunds. But overall, the postage is really cheap. All the companies I use are really good. And I hate it when sometimes so for instance, I'm getting something from America at the moment, and I know the box is fairly heavy, but not stupid heavy. And the postage is costing me like 190 US to get it here. And if they would give more options, I know it could be cheaper. And I know myself, if I could book it in from my end, I could get that half the price. So it's really frustrating, especially when, you know, it means that the price of the item you're getting has to go up in price just because of the really expensive postage. It sucks. Mama says, what's your average cost to ship to the US now for you? Oh, about $20. About $20. Obviously, most of my things are really light. But yeah, about $20. I think a kit would probably only cost about $25, roughly. Yeah, it's not too bad. It really isn't. It really isn't. Like, I often like people to get in contact with me and literally say, look, I want this, this, and this. How much would it be? Because I can really combine things. It's really impressive. But when you're working with platforms, like I use Shopify, eBay's crazy. If people were buying a few things off me for eBay, you need a human brain to calculate it properly. I mean, I know AI is coming in these days, and, you know, probably AI could do it really, really well, but you have to use a lot of these products. Like if you're using AI as part of your website to do things for you, you've got to pay a monthly subscription to use it. And, you know, when you're a small business, you can't afford any extra subscriptions. So it's down to the human brain to do it. And, you know, quite often if someone, like, let's say someone bought something and they've paid $80 for postage, I'll quite often refund them the overpayment of postage because I can't accept that. I can't. But think about how many people, probably heaps of people, who go on my website, pick a few things, and then get that shocking $80 postage and go, oh, no, not buying it. Not knowing that if they got in contact with me, I could help them and get them a better deal. So unfortunately, I think fortunately actually, most companies just don't want to know. They're not into customer service. I really am. So but a lot of companies will just say, well, it is what it is. And they take any extra cream they can for themselves. But yeah, I think it is wise to reach out to companies and ask them, you know, if they can help you with a better price. Kate says, I just ordered from America 180 US to get here on priority, and it's a week and a half. Oh my God, that's crazy. And it cost $1,000 in kits. Wow. It's a lot, isn't it? Sometimes you got to be careful too. Like if they mark it as $1,000 in product or over $1,000 in product, it can get held up in customs, and then you could have to pay, import fees. It's really bad. Most of the companies I buy from, I'm really lucky, and I say, can they mark it under value for me so I don't have to pay any stamp duty fees or anything like that. I've been caught before with having to pay hundreds of dollars in stamp duty fees just to get it to me, and you're like, I've already spent so much. But it's very upsetting. Mama says, have you had any issues from purchases US about the tariffs? We are charged extra here on package from other countries. See, it just sucks, doesn't it? Not so much problems. The only problem I had recently is a company that won't accept PayPal anymore. They'll only accept credit card. So every time I go to pay them, it says your address details isn't the same as your credit card address details. And it absolutely is. But it's completely effed it up. A company I've bought from for like 10 years. Now I have to beg them to let me put the money in their account. I literally have to beg them. They allowed me to do it this one-off time, but what happens next time? Like I have to beg them again? You would think a long-term customer, me, of 10 years, they would say, oh, of course, just reach out and let us know whenever you need. No, customer service is gone. And the tariffs is ridiculous. I don't have full understanding on them all, but I do know with the tariffs sending internationally, I have to be very careful. And even when I send people items, like let's say you're in the US and you bought $200 worth of product from me, I mark it as like $25 worth of product because I know that people get, fees when they come in based on how much they paid for the product, which is ridiculous. You've already paid the product. Why should you have to pay more for it? Like that just drives up prices to be unaffordable to buy from other countries. So I often do that, and I haven't heard any bad things. So hopefully everyone's getting help with that. Chantel says she's from Canada here, and would you believe that even within the country, it costs an arm and a leg? Really? Wow. That's a shame, really. Most of our products, if we're sending within Australia, most of my products only cost me around $9 to send. And Australia's very big. It's huge. So, for instance, to go from me in Queensland over to Perth, it's a 5-hour flight. So, for me to be able to send a parcel there for $9, I think it's pretty great. But I can send a parcel down the road for $9 too. So, yeah, but it's a one rate, fixed rate. Kate says, I know I was shocked when you asked about postage costs. I was like, Annette, you always look after me. Oh, bless you. And yeah, it took import fees about 4 days ago. That stinks, doesn't it? And what also stinks is that you kind of have to be dishonest to be honest, so to speak. So like when I'm contacting my vendors and I say, can you please market, because let's say eyes, I might spend, I think I told you last time, I spent like $7,000 on eyes or something, and it arrives in a box like this big. Ugh, it's just crazy. Now, if they marked that at $7,000, the import fees would have been, sorry, I'm going out of business. And I'm honest when I say that. I couldn't afford it. I really couldn't. And I don't want to drive the price of the eyes up even more. I mean, I've already got companies that I'm contending with that are buying some of the same products as me, and they're charging a ridiculous amount for their product, where I know they're probably making $1 on that product. What's the use? I can't friggin' buy milk for that, So I have to charge what I have to charge, and it's still cheap. But yeah, I have to be dishonest and say, can you mark it undervalue so I can come in here and I don't have to pay the import fees? And they're all good about that. They're like, yeah, no worries, that's fine. But I'm not a dishonest person, so I really hate to do that. But I also can't afford to be ripped off and pay like some big fees for something I can't afford. I literally would go out of business. I couldn't afford it. So it's very annoying. Helen says, I just paid $72 to send Lottie from Queensland to New South Wales. Postage in Australia is ridiculous. Yes, but it's a crock. It is a crock. It is a crock. Like, I could probably send that same item for maybe $30. And yeah, I'm a business. But yeah, if you go directly to the post office and you don't have those connections or send online, like, obviously my connections are better because, say if I'm sending via Australia Post, there's 5 levels of rates, okay, depending on how many parcels you send. So if you ever need me to hit you up, you just let me know and I can send you the label or something. Honestly, I'm on level 4, so I'm not on the 5th tier, I'm on the 4th tier. So my discounts are good. I get good discounts. So that's why I say it's a crock, because if you've got a business, you can get the tier discounts, which is really good. And yeah, I hate it when people have to pay a lot. That's a lot. I mean, you could have waited like 6 weeks and driven it down there. Deb says, I have a baby coming from Canada. It's costing me $268 to get it. Oh, wow. That's when it makes it really unaffordable to buy a baby. Like, the babies are expensive as it is. And then you've got to add that on top. So it's like you can't just think, oh my God, I'm paying $500 for this baby. What a bargain. No, it then gets put up to like $800 because of postage. Mama says, a live agent. Oh, yeah. And Mama says, you got to be kidding me when they want to charge me to make a payment. I know, right? And that's 299 Australian dollars. It's crazy. It's crazy that in this world, everyone's making money off of everyone. And yeah, businesses, yes, if I'm buying eyes, of course I'm going to make money off the eyes I buy. That's a small business. But then you've got on top of that, it's not just, I'm like the middleman now. Like, I'm on the middleman, because then you've got Australia Post makes money out of me for me sending the item. And then, someone's making money off of Australia Post for making the product. It's endless. And then it's endless too when you're talking about platforms to sell them. Like, so I use Shopify and eBay to sell my products. The fees are... And then you've got the fees if someone pays PayPal, the fees if someone pays Afterpay, Zip, the fees, phenomenal, the fees for advertising, everything's fees, monthly subscriptions to keep that going, and it's just a whirlwind. And literally, I'm telling you now that when it comes to things like eBay, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. I don't know. I'm on a, they have like little platforms there for sellers, and you can go onto different platforms. You can go on a platform for just selling one item at a time. You can go on a platform for selling like 1,000 items a month, etc., etc. Honestly, I don't know if I'm on the right platform. I might be paying too much. My fees might be paying too much, but no one's out there really, unless you pay someone to make sure you're doing everything right, which then costs money. You just have to wing it. You really just have to wing it. And I feel that's with everything. Another thing, for instance, Shopify, obviously I've got my website. When I go to doll shows and that, I take my tablet that has all my Shopify things on. So when you buy this mug, I can click a button and I can go through the process to add all the products up and also take them from my website so someone doesn't go and buy one when there's not one there. But I'm literally using the most basic thing that is free. Basic. I really would like to go on the next level to allow me to do more things for my customer, connecting it to FPOS machines, connecting it to, let's say if I've got Angela here helping me, she's got her own platform where she would type in her details so I could know she's made the sale. That costs more money. It costs more money. And you're like, I'm already paying so much to use Shopify per month, and now you want more money because I want to add in staff member, it's endless. And I'm grateful that I've got like a bit of a tech mind, and I love to be in that little tech world and do things. But my tech mind is probably, if you go to 100%, my tech mind is probably like 20%, of knowledge. Like, yeah, you're probably doing yourself an injustice all the time because it's really challenging. Angela said, I don't know how you afford these babies, Deb. I don't know how she affords these babies either. I could not have, it wouldn't be me. I wouldn't be getting it. Helen says, it's definitely a crock. I only charged her $33 and paid the difference. I couldn't charge her the full amount of postage. No, because she would then probably say, number one, she might then cancel the babies and say, oh no, don't worry about it. Or they'll call you a liar and they'll say, no, that can't be right. You're trying to profit from me. But yeah, Helen, if you ever need any help with anything, as long as you can get a weight and a measurement, I could literally book it in from you on this end and email you the label, which you or Will could print out and stick it to your parcel, and you just pay me whatever it costs. I'm always happy to help like that. My friend Carol, I'm not sure if you're here today. She's going on her holiday today, so bless you. I hope your cough is better, and I hope your holiday is beautiful. Taking her reborn baby son with her. I hope it goes perfectly. But yeah, she brought a parcel in here to send, and she was really worried about it being so expensive. I think it was the Saskia, and the box was quite big. It weighed about 5 kilos. She was really worried. It cost $25 for her to send it from me. I think it was going to Victoria. Not totally sure. So there, it gives you a bit of that price comparison there. So yeah, obviously if it's going to an outback region or, regional area, it's a little bit more expensive, but not to that degree. Always happy to help. Always. Never even question that. Never. Elaine says the last baby sent from New South Wales to South Australia Express only cost me $40 when I got to the post office. That's good. Oh, long laybys. But yeah, long laybys are good. They are good. But then you always feel like you're forever paying someone else something. I don't know. You're very welcome, Helen. I'm quite happy to help. Even if you just need a price, my price, and if you're, wanting to give it to your customer then. And if it's too much, you know, you just say, oh, don't worry about it. I don't care. That's fine. Mama says, I don't know why, but my last 2 messages were not posts, so you could not read them. Oh, rude, isn't that? And he said, I guess YouTube doesn't like me talking about the shipping issues on here. Yeah, we've all got this happening. Like that, we can't talk about things. There was someone else that said last week they were trying to say something. Oh, it was Kate, wasn't it? And it was just something funny, but yeah, her message didn't appear either. So there's definitely screening happening. So yeah, gee, I've been chatting, haven't I? It's time to go. It's time to go. I gotta do my postage, man. Gotta do my postage. Gotta pick my mum up in an hour. So I'm not reading a book, but I did showcase this booklet on Facebook the other day, Reborn Dolls. I have my own copy in my, it's actually in Molly's cot upstairs. I just love having it sort of in the background, especially if I'm taking a photo of her. I think it's like really cute. This one is by Jeanette Brown. Sadly, Jeanette Brown won't be at the convention this year. She was supposed to come, but she's had some health issues that held her from being able to come this year. But she will be at the expo. So if anyone is going to the expo, please definitely go and see Jeanette. Buy a book from her if you haven't already got one. If you've got one, bring it along with you and get her to sign it. Because I know I've got my beautiful friend Dorina who made the other book. The other book's really in depth and it's different. But I still think Jeanette worked really hard on this, and I feel like she needs more acknowledgement for it. Like, really, I do. I'll be taking my book and I'll be getting her to sign mine. Gee, I hope I remember that. Please remember it. Please remember. Anyway, Mama says time to go do business with the devil. I like that. So anyway, I'm not going quite yet. So I just wanted to show you, like, basically she talks about the introduction in there. Then she talks about the history of Reborns, just like those pinpoints, dot points. It's just nice. How Reborns evolved. The first Reborn kit, was it Avery by Denise Pratt? Isn't that amazing? Today's Reborn dolls, and she's just got some really lovely pictures there. The many uses of Reborn dolls, collector's art piece, dementia, Alzheimer's, benefits of Reborn dolls for dementia, depression and anxiety, victims of abuse, grief following the loss or infertility, big one, you know, I always talk about that, autism and behaviours, agoraphobia, chronic pain, isolation, education. Some people just love babies, of course. And then making a vinyl doll, talks a bit about that. And adding hair, eyelashes, assembly, silicone Reborn dolls. And yeah, that's it. Mucklebrae Reborn Nursery. So like I said, you know, support her if you're able to. Yeah, I think she went to a lot of trouble for this, and I think she needs that recognition. So if you're able to, please support her. I really love to support those people. Okay, I'm going to go back and say goodbye to everyone. Sonia says, have a great week, everyone. See you all next week, definitely. Gigi says, have a lovely day, Annette. Have a good weekend, everybody. Thank you. Elaine says, bye, love and hugs. Bye, love and hugs. Helen says, hope everyone has a great week. Thank you. And Mama says, just wondering why sometime when you show a book, it's right backwards through the video. Unfortunately, that's just the camera, and the camera reflects it in that way. It's very annoying, isn't it? And sometimes it does it the right way. I don't know. Helen says, I think Will is going to need more chocolate. Oh, he's a darling. I know exactly what you mean by saying that. That's beautiful. But yes, she definitely does need that. Sonia says, bye, babes. Bye, babies. Grandma, big love. Oh, Grandma. Is that how I say it? Beautiful. I love that. And bye and be safe. Bye from us. Don't forget, thank you so much, everyone who has been supporting my little reborn baby affirmations that I try to do on the weekend. I hope you've been enjoying them. I've been enjoying them, and it's just another thing I've added to my huge list of things to do. But I don't want to stop doing the things like that I really love doing. I like to make room for them. And then, of course, we've got the podcasts, which come out early week. Thank you, everyone, for supporting them. I really do appreciate that. Don't forget the thumbs up. Helen says, Mama says, have a great weekend. Thank you so much. I will see you all next week. You will see me through the week if you're watching those other things. Have a great week. And, saying goes, happy reborning. Bye, guys. Stay cool. Where do I press? Oh, yeah, there. Forgot. Alzheimer's. See ya.